So we have finally got official images of the Lego Minifigure Series for Disney Series 3. There are 18 minifigures in it, and this is more tying into the Disney 100-year anniversary than more than just a Series 3. But if you collected the other series, this is Series 3 for you. So we have 18 minifigures to go through. Let's go through them one by one, take a look at them. Of course, these are digital renderings. It'll be completely different how the minifigure actually turns out. So when I can get my hands on these figures, I'll review them as I normally do. So first start off with, we have Sorcerer Apprentice Mickey. I'm kind of a little bit disappointed in the leg printing there. I don't think it quite looks right. Torso printing's good. The head is slightly tilted, so that's why you know this is a rendering. I think the hat is molded with the head, so you can't take the hat off, which is a little disappointing because it makes it a little bit harder to recreate the Sorcerer's Apprentice scene with this Lego minifigure. But if you got basically another Mickey from a set, you can just swap out the head. It's no big deal. You got a few accessories with this Mickey with a bucket and a mop. I kind of want to see Lego try to make the animated mops. I mean, of course, they're animated, but like the mops brought to life. It'll be interesting to see. Next up, we have Pinocchio, which is a very interesting figure because this is one of the few Lego minifigures that have a nose. But unlike the other ones that have a printed nose, this one looks like it's molded in, which is peculiar. So, interesting like that. I do like the fishbowl piece. Excuse me. Got some of the mid legs there. Side printing. Overall, I think this figure looks good. Next up, we have Jimmy Cricket using short legs. I do like I think that's a new top hat piece that they brought here. I didn't actually know minifigures can hold the umbrella piece there, so I gotta try that out. So I'll see if that works. You got a cloth collar for him. Overall, I think he's a really good looking figure. Another minifigure that actually has a printed nose this time, so that's interesting. Next up, we have the Evil Queen. And when we say the mirror, I'm a little bit disappointed in the face. It doesn't quite look right to me, but it's fine. You can tell that's the magic mirror. Overall, though, this Evil Queen figure looks really good. Love the new crown piece. And the good printing looks just like her. Love this figure. Next up, we have Stitch with his forearms. And we got Stitch in the first minifigure series. So I'm a little disappointed with this one that we don't get another character. Like people have been asking for a Lilo. I would rather get a Lilo than another Stitch. But Stitch sells merchandise, so that he has the forearms that was introduced in the Solo, a Star Wars movie sets. The feet look weird with just the toes printed on the front. But other than that, the figure's fine. I was not too big keen on the squinted expression that they gave him either. Next up, we have Pocahontas. And it looks like she has a compass there as her accessory. Do you like the flowing hair there? There's some shots of her with colored leaves. So I think she also comes with leaves. I thought I'd download that image to show you, but apparently I did not. So my apologies for that. But these will be all over the place, images wise. Next up, we have Cruella de Vil, which looks like she has a little purse with her and a Dalmatian. I don't know which Dalmatian that is. I want to say it's maybe Lucky. If you look on the back of Lucky, he has a horseshoe shaped with spots. So you guys see the back of that figure to actually tell if that's him or not. That's my only way to tell that dog from the rest. Got some new. I think Cruella de Vil herself looks great. Some of the faces with Lego Disney minifigures are kind of uncanny because, well, they're trying to take a human Lego head and trying to print a cartoon head onto it. So sometimes it doesn't work quite right. But here I think it really works for Cruella de Vil. Next up, we have Miguel from Coco and Dante, which he has a guitar. He has a printed face. I'm kind of hoping he has an alternative face where it's non-skeleton looking. I actually have a custom figure I kind of made for him because actually I do really love the Coco movie. It has mid legs, which is cool, and I kind of see different prints on dog pieces. So, but next up we have De La Cruz, which that guitar print is phenomenal. The printing on De La Cruz is great. It's got side printing, arm printing. Yeah, so I think this figure looks phenomenal. Like, I don't know quite what to say about it, but yeah, I think it looks really good. Next up, one of my favorites is Oswald. I made my own custom Oswald because I love this character so much. So it's gonna be nice to get an official version of him. That's that versus my cheap mock. But my only concern really is that he does have torso printing on the very bottom with a blue stripe, and I'm just kind of second guessing that, just because it's like, do you really need that extra bit of printing, and will that printing look good? Black is really hard for Lego to print onto, especially when it comes to lighter colors. So we'll see if that blue actually turns out in the actual figure versus this rendering. Next up, we have Robin Hood, which this is one of the few cases where they actually went on, did like side printing, so he's wearing proper shoes with his dual molded legs. And I do love the mold for the head. Once again, the mouth closed. I think they look better with the mouth open, but maybe it's a stability issue. I don't know. So, but yeah, I think he looks good overall. Excited to get this figure. And tying with him, we have Prince John, which the top of the image was cut up with the one I downloaded, but it's fine. He has a gold piece and a sag. I'm kind of curious how well that crown is attached, because in the movie it's always it's too big for him. So it'll be interesting to see. Next up, we have Princess Tiana, which we have the poster of Tiana's place and a frog. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be Prince Naveen, or is it supposed to be her transformed to the frog if you've seen the movie. But yeah, I think this is a really good looking figure. I'm kind of curious on the dress printing. Doesn't really kind of show the back. Lego's been doing the back of those dress prints lately, so it'll be interesting to see. And next up, we have Dr. Facilier, the Shadow Man, which for me, I love the villains, and I love this Disney villain. I think he's just really cool. He's got his cane. He's got one of his tarot cards. So I'm really excited to get this figure. I think he looks great when the face is actually translated really well, in my opinion. Next up, we have the Queen of Hearts. Who has the newer dress piece from like the Noble one that came out beginning of this year, I want to say it was. Got a new hair crown mold combo. Got collar there. I don't think the face looks quite well on this one, as I was saying with the Cruella de Vil, is that the faces don't translate the best. But yeah, she does have that evil smirk, which is really cool. Excited to get this villain. This is not one of the worst Disney villain faces I've seen, so I'm not saying it's that bad. Next up, this is my wife's personal favorite, Princess Aurora. She comes with an elf friend from the forest. My wife complained that her crown is a little too big, but this is an existing piece. Got some arm printing. Overall, really good looking figure. Excited to get her, especially for my wife. Next up, we have Baymax, and the figure itself looks good except for the arms. I think the arms look really off. I don't think those arms are going to attach to grab things as well, and it doesn't have like all the building options that Baymax. Basically, he can't hold as much as a normal minifigure with those hands. I can just tell from the design. So, but yeah, next up, oh yeah, I forgot. He does come with his charging station as his accessory, since he can't hold it. So, next up, we got Fa Mulan with Cricky. Good figure, excited to have her. Love the. I actually really like the torso print. The leg are really good. The face doesn't quite look like Mulan to me, but it's close. And the hair is also really good too. And she does come with a sword, which is really exciting. But I wish it was her father's sword, since that is extremely iconic to the movie. Okay, that's it. So, thank you all for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and see y'all next time. Goodbye.